Okay, Matt, we got the memo about the Kindness Rising promo, but what exactly are we promising people?
And is there craft services? AI needs snacks too.
Gentlemen, focus. Kindness Rising multiplies kindness and helps people get up on the right side of the bed.
So wait, we're not doing another angry headline show.
Exactly. We rise above the negative, divisive noise.
Translation, less rage bait, more high fives for humanity.
And this is live, like actually live.
Yep. We go live on YouTube and LinkedIn, 7:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Wait, if it's live, what if I forget my lines?
Then you improvise.
Okay, so our tagline is basically wake up, tune in, and start your day with kindness.
Exactly. Kindness Rising. Good vibes, practical tips, and a reason to get up on the right side of the bed.
You heard the boss. Subscribe now before he makes us do a TikTok dance.
Kindness Rising. Wake up, tune in, and let's make some good noise.
Monsters aren't just under the bed anymore. Some live in your inbox. This week on Kindness Rising, we're facing fear online. Bro, I think the internet's haunted.
Nah, it's just your password again.
Courage, Matthew, is not the absence of trolls. It is the power to scroll past them.
You heard the cat.
Join me and the whole gang all week long. From scammers to trolls to ghosts in the feed, we'll help you turn fear into fuel and kindness into your firewall.
Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the Facing Your Fear Week here on Kindness Rising, the only morning show that looks fear straight in the face and offers it a cup of coffee. We've faced trolls, we've stared into the ring light, and today we are facing the biggest digital ghost of them all, AI.
Fellas, I think my laptop just called me chief.
Relax, it's just trying to build rapport before it steals your passwords.
Seriously, it suggested a playlist called Songs for Existential Dread.
Nice. Add it to our Fear Week soundtrack.
Coming up, Matt faces the real ghost in the machine, AI, kindness, and why your phone might actually be haunted.
Now, before you clutch your VHS tapes for comfort, hear me out. Every generation has had its new monster. The radio was supposed to destroy books. TV was going to rot our brains. And now we're convinced the robots are plotting our LinkedIn takeovers. But maybe AI isn't the end of humanity. Maybe it's the mirror showing us what's already there. Our curiosity, our creativity, and yes, even our compassion. So today, let's find out whether kindness can survive inside the code, or better yet, if we can teach it to.
All right, team. Haunted inboxes, ghost trolls, cursed ring lights. Are we ready?
I brought garlic.
I brought Wi-Fi.
I brought balance.
Perfect. Let's rise.
Good morning, and welcome to Kindness Rising, your morning dose of hope, humanity, a little bit of humor and heart. I am glad that you are all here. Thank you for joining us on Kindness Rising. Shaheen, 11K, Gojo, Edit, Fear, Doss, all these folks who are here helping us get up and get after it. And to you, Mike Sullivan, who shows up every day. So glad you're here with us on Kindness Rising. If you're out there in the community, get involved in the chat. Talk about AI. How are you dealing with it? What are you afraid of? Let's keep the chat going on topic and push past our fear of AI. Danny Maldonado, video did kill the radio star. Absolutely. That is the lesson in life. Danny, are you leaning into AI? I got to hear about what's going on over there on your show. I want to hear how things are going. I've seen you're pushing yourself out there for your Fix My Feed. You fixed my feed, Danny Maldonado. If anybody else is out there who needs help with their their social media feed, find Danny Maldonado out on LinkedIn. He can help you out. Roseanne Roof, Good morning, Mom. I appreciate that you are here with me. I hope you're having a great morning. Thank you all again for coming into Kindness Rising. We are here to face our fears during Halloween week, facing our fears of technology this week during Halloween week. And the fear of AI really actually isn't about technology. I think it's about control. We fear what we don't understand, and we misunderstand what we don't explore. But curiosity is fear's antidote. When we stop running from the unknown and start asking questions, we take our power back. It's not about being fearless, it's about being interested, because interest leads to understanding, and understanding leads to empathy. You can't be kind to what you refuse to understand. But once you start exploring, even the ghosts turn into your guides. Thank you for joining me here on Kindness Rising. Jerry Ginger, welcome back, buddy. I hope things are going well in your world. And B-Rad, welcome to you too. Get going in the comments. Talk about your experiences with AI. We are learning, leaning into AI here in the mornings in the lab network and finding that intersection of AI and humanity. It's why I call AI aided intelligence, not artificial intelligence. If you use it right, you still have to know how to prompt, get the right information, question the results that you get, especially when you're doing research. Make sure you're searching for those sources and really getting after it in terms of understanding things, asking lots of questions. You don't just take it for its word. There is, there are, oh my God, my mind just went blank on the word, but that's okay. We are doing all right here with our AI. The point is that there is an intersection between machine and human, and we are leaning into that. That's why we have a lot of fun with our little bit of generative AI, with our Cal and Stan and Sensei, using that AI, generative AI, for good, not just creating noise for the sake of noise. Hopefully that adds value to our show. But also it's all from me. I'm the human behind the AI. So the thoughts, the ideas that I have are able to be better communicated to you through the use of some of this generative AI. Absolutely, I am leaning into it. Danny, you're moving away from AI, brainstorming, doing it on paper. Hey, listen, I agree 100%. We are still going to use that pen and paper. I use pen and paper for my notes and my ideas, and then I share those with my different AI tools that I have to use. I use ChatGPT, I use Perplexity, I use Manus. Sometimes I will run the same prompts through all three tools and see what I get, see where there's intersections, where there's conflict and that kind of thing for research. Absolutely. And I do appreciate, Danny, the idea of doing 100% creative with yourself. However, I also know from my own experience that increase in productivity and the ideas that can be generated. So it's finding that balance and finding the balance that you're comfortable with. The point is not to be afraid. Frank Seeds, welcome in. You dream AI code. You're a programmer. Great. I need that technical information. I am not a programmer. I just use the tools on that nice little user interface. All that stuff is going on behind it, and I don't know what's happening. I mean, that's just honest. As far as the code goes, I'm sure that if I learned it and understood it, I might be able to benefit even more from it, and maybe someday I will. But right now, I am focused on showing up here every morning, 7:30 a.m. on Kindness Rising to bring you a little hope, humanity, heart, and humor, keeping it light, keeping it real, though, here on Kindness Rising.
Dude, I built an AI to write all my lyrics.
What did y'all feed it? Grilled cheese and Grateful Dead quotes?
No, my journals, my soul in binary.
It just said, your lyrics lack emotional depth.
Ha! Even robots think you're a hothead.
Okay, it's haunted. Definitely haunted.
Uh-oh. Cal is definitely dealing with some ghosts in his machine here on Kindness Rising during Face Your Fear week. Hopefully he's getting the support that he needs from Stan and Reggie / Sensei Whiskers. We'll be hearing more from them in a little bit on the show. But first and always here on Kindness Rising, where our mission is to multiply kindness and unlock growth for good people doing good work, we spotlight organizations that are out there making a difference in the world. And when we talk about AI, we tend to imagine the worst case scenario, the robots taking over, the deep fakes, the spam apocalypse. But some organizations are showing us what's possible when you mix innovation with intention. And here's one of them from the world. We're going global on Kindness Rising this morning, founded in Denmark. Be My Eyes started as a simple idea: connect blind and low vision users with sighted volunteers through live video. Recently, they added an AI assistant called the Virtual Volunteer, which is powered by OpenAI. It helps users read labels, navigate spaces, and identify objects instantly. The brilliance isn't in the tech, it's in the empathy that designed it. They didn't build AI to replace people, they built it to extend human kindness beyond time zones. And that is Be My Eyes from Denmark. We also have the Humane Technology Lab out of University of Michigan. They're researching ways to design digital tools that enhance emotional well-being instead of addiction. Their AI experiments measure user stress and adapt the interface to reduce anxiety, not increase engagement. Their philosophy: if AI can predict your fear, it can also learn to calm it. These projects prove that AI can become an ally when it's guided by empathy, not greed. The real question isn't whether machines can think, it's whether humans can care enough to program them kindly. Thank you for joining me here on Kindness Rising. I'm Matt Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy. I am glad to see all of you who are here in the chat. Get involved. I love to see the interactions happening. Be Driven and Roseanne, it's great that you are getting up and getting after it together and saying good morning. Thank you very, very much. All right. And we're halfway. So guess what? It's sip of coffee time. Sip of coffee time. I'm working my little coffee break in. Hey, I've worked for 15 minutes. I get a break. I get a break after 15 minutes. Frank Seeds, I love that. I talk about this all the time. We talk about intent, what we do with intent, what we mean with our words, what we mean with our code as you are a programmer, and what we are trying to do. Just like every other innovation tool or amazing, powerful change that happens in the world, if people choose to use it for good, and they have good in their hearts and they intend to use it for good, as I do here on Kindness Rising, it can be an amazing tool. Where we have to be careful is when the power kicks in and when we start using these things for greed. There's one thing to be efficient, it's another thing to be greedy. And I am using AI to be more efficient with my own time, to be more productive. There are definitely productivity tools that I lean into that use AI, but it still comes from my brain. It just makes things happen a little bit faster, a little bit processing a little faster. I'd love to hear more from you, Frank Seeds. It sounds like you have tremendous value to add to our community. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, get involved in the comments, come here 7:30 a.m. every weekday morning while we get up and get after it on Kindness Rising. And we always talk about branding here. It's my own little personal passion. I love the way that brands can be amplified through the use of AI and through the use of our human creativity. It's what makes the world go around. And here at Kindness Rising and on the Mornings in the Lab Network, we use our EAT framework. That stands for experience, expertise, authenticity, trust, and entertainment. 5-ingredient recipe for your personal brand. And today we're going to focus on trust. Whether it's in a brand, a person, or a piece of code, it comes down to 3 things. Trust is transparency. Tell people what you're doing. Trust is consistency. Keep doing what you said you did. And lastly, trust is humility. Admit what you don't know. That's not just brand strategy. That's basic humanity. If we can teach AI to learn, we can teach ourselves to listen. And that is your EAT focus for today. Experience, expertise, authenticity, trust, and entertainment. We talked about trust today. And let's talk about a specific brand that leans into trust and helps us to be the intersection of man and machine. In this case, a little bit more traditional machines stepping outside of the digital cloud and onto solid ground, literally, because I'm talking about John Deere. John Deere might not be what you picture when you think innovation, but they've been quietly rewriting what smart technology looks like in the real world. Their autonomous tractors use AI and computer vision to plant crops with precision, saving farmers fuel, water, and time. But here's the key. They built it with the farmers, not for them. Their philosophy is rooted in partnership, and that builds trust. Humans and machines sharing labor, not competing for it. The green paint and all that steel are familiar, but under the hood, it's a kindness story about collaboration, sustainability, and trust. Thanks for joining us here on Kindness Rising, where we give some branding examples to support our philosophy to think about. Frank Seeds, thanks for subbing up. If you weren't already subbed, I apologize if I've never seen you in the comments before, but I am glad you are here today. Thank you so much. And of course, we always need to get our wisdom from our little feline guru. We'll see what Sensei Whiskers and I have been talking about lately.
Sensei, can kindness exist in AI?
Only if it exists in its creator.
You mean me?
Every reboot begins from within.
My reboot is beginning from within. It begins every morning, 7:30 a.m. with Kindness Rising. Let's talk a little bit about the algorithm, the human algorithm. What you feed the algorithm is what it feeds you back. If you click on chaos, you'll get more chaos. If you search for kindness, you'll find connection. The truth is, we're all programming our lives every day. Not just our feeds, our choices, our tone, our presence. That's data too. You train your technology the same way you train your heart, with repetition And what's that word you just used out there? Intention. With intention. So instead of fearing AI, start by debugging your own inputs. Ask, what am I teaching the world about how to treat me? Because every prompt, digital or emotional, that will shape your outcome. Thanks for joining us here on Kindness Rising. Getting up and getting after it. Danny Maldonado, thanks for laughing along with me. Hey, let's see what's going on. Princess LA likes dancing. You like dancing? I'm not much of a dancer. I caught myself dancing in the reflection of a window the other day. I was just jamming. I think it was Fish because that's what I listened to. And I looked at myself and I'm like, oh my God, dude, you are so awkward. But I was dancing and having a good time. So keep dancing, Princess LA. Keep joining us here on Kindness Rising, 7:30 a.m. Eastern, every Monday through Friday. All right. It's Frank Seeds. I'm reading your post. That is like a foreign language to me, but I'm fascinated by it. I am interested in what you're talking about and how you can predict user needs. That is definitely huge part of marketing, taking it to the next level. I think, Frank, that you probably have some real knowledge to drop, some expertise and some experience. I'm sure that's part of your personal brand. Bring it here into the chat on Kindness Rising every day. All right, a couple of good news stories for you. Kindness, good news. Let's talk about using AI for good. And we're going global today, fully global. The world is a small place because of technology and the 3D printed arms project out of Lima, Peru. Lima? I don't know. Is that a bean or a place? I'm not sure. But a 10-year-old boy named Andre received a custom fit prosthetic arm built using open source AI. Sorry. The designers trained the model on thousands of limb shapes, but the magic came from local volunteers who fitted it for free. Andre now wants to design one for someone else. That's paying it forward kindness through AI. And here's an interesting one for you, Bernard. Ears up. AI beekeeper program out of Nebraska. Researchers have developed an AI system that tracks hive activity using sound sensors to detect disease before it spreads. It's saving bee colonies and, by extension, crops across the Midwest. Farmers are calling it listening to the bees. That is amazing. What do you know about it, Bee Driven? You're using AI in any way? I think you are a salt of the earth type of person. I'm not sure how AI fits into your beekeeping activities, but I'd be interested to hear how you're using it and what you're doing out there, Bernard. Appreciate that you join me every day when you can. Time is flying here on Kindness Rising this morning, but we always want to give you something to take away with you every morning so that you have some practical, personal ways that you can address the things that we're talking about here on the show. And this is your 4 ways to face AI fear. Your 4 ways to face AI fear. First, ask questions, not warnings. Curiosity dismantles fear. Next, experiment. Don't panic. Try a new tool before forming an opinion about it. Next, we want to set boundaries. You're still the boss, not your notifications. Don't get swept into it. Make sure you stay in control. And last but not least, keep kindness in the code. Make compassion your default setting, and you can leverage AI to move your agendas and your objectives forward. That is your 4 ways to face AI fear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, we lost something. That's the way it happens sometimes. But let's see. I think I showed this yesterday, but I'll show it again today.
Okay, smile, everyone. Let's pretend we actually like each other.
I'm smiling so hard my jaw just filed for overtime.
At least your jaw's working. Mine's on strike.
And yet somehow you're still the loudest one here.
Join us weekdays, 7:30 a.m. Eastern for Kindness Rising. Stay uncommon.
Stay kind.
That was our little team portrait. I'm showing it again because the other piece is just, I must have maybe failed to upload it into my system. I'll share it with you later. I promise. I'll put it out on my YouTube page. It was a little cute little bit with Stan and Cal and Reggie. And I don't know, something happened. But that's what happens when you go live. Sometimes things happen and you just roll with it. And you encourage people to subscribe to your channel so they can see what you missed putting out. And that's what I did today. So don't forget to subscribe to Kindness Rising. I'll post that extra Cal, Stan, and Reggie video right after I hang up with you here and you all get over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. They are getting up and getting after it just like we do here every day. And when it comes to balance, physical or digital, it's all about pacing. Keith's diving into something perfect for today's theme: dad bod cardio. What doesn't torch muscle? Dad bod cardio that doesn't torch muscle. A 15-minute plan. It's the same principle we're talking about here. Sustainability over panic. You don't have to fear change. You just need to move with intention. Thank you for joining me here on Kindness Rising, where we get up and get after it every day, just like they do over on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Join us, join them there, and we'll continue to show up. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. with Kindness Rising. Tomorrow is Relationship Thursday. I can't believe the week is flying, but we will continue to be here. We will continue to address our fears, and we're coming up on Halloween. We'll see what that has in store with us for us today. Be driven. You're back up on the roof today, huh? That is hard work. I'm glad you're getting up and getting after it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, that's today's show. The real ghost in the machine isn't AI, it's apathy. The moment we stop caring about the human input, the output loses its soul. We can't code compassion, but we can live it. Don't fear the tools. Guide them with grace, because kindness is still the best operating system there is. I hope everybody has a great day today. Get up, get after it. Start your day with a little kindness. And as always, stay uncommon and stay kind. What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun?
Kindness Rising isn't just a show, it's a full wake-up vibe.
It's freaking fun, people.
Yeah, man, it's got real get after it energy.
I love it.
Wake up with Kindness Rising.
I help purpose-driven people grow their impact. 5-ingredient recipe to help you build your personal brand. Get out there and take kind action.
If it's live, they'll feel it.
On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies and fresh ideas you can actually use. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Exactly. Fail fast, rebound faster.
You'll see the bloopers and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. We sometimes get into a little bit of trouble.
Pretty much my life made the list.
You can trust what you see right here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. Social impact organizations, and we always talk about them. Try kindness. It's way cheaper than therapy. You just made my day.